Hi, my name is Noah Reynolds, and I'll be performing Time. How do I find a path in my life? You know, it feels like we're kind of expected around this time to sort of know what we're doing. You know, I get asked the question, what do you want to do after high school? The truth is, I don't know. And people don't really believe me when I say that, but I don't know. There are certain things I like to do. I really like acting. Maybe I could do something in, I don't know, statistics, because I'm fine with that. But none of these things feel right. I mean, I like acting, sure, but I know that it's hard to get into a career with acting. And, I have to balance finding out what I want to do with not only just getting a job now for in the meantime, but now I have to learn how to drive, keep friends and, typical high school stuff, relationships. But how am I supposed to balance all that stuff? It feels like there's just a universe of weight on my chest right now, and well, I don't know how I'm supposed to find out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. I don't know, I mentioned acting, and I feel like part of this struggle just might be that, like, acting makes me happy, but for the longest time I thought that acting was also hurting my personality. I didn't know who I was. Now I'm starting to think that maybe the reason I like acting is because I don't know who I am. Who are you really if you can be anything you want? Trying to figure that all out. Because of all this stress and just worrying, I like to put myself in these fantasy scenarios in my head. Eventually, though, when you're constantly in your own head, you start to believe it. You believe that you're in these fantasy worlds, and when you get hit with a reality check, it hits you hard. But I don't know. This one scenario in particular, I imagine, like, what would I do if a genie came up to me and granted me 3 wishes? Because I feel like that would change my life. I would want to get an Iron Man or Spider-Man costume. I want to be able to be a superhero, just because, like, who would want that? I mean, not only to fight crime or whatever, but you could also just show it off to your friends. Same thing goes for my second wish, which I want to be able to speak every single language fluently, because I like language and it's a fun party trick. But I wish I could have a time machine. I would want to go visit, like, all of human history, whether or not I got various diseases throughout that. But I would also want to just go back 10, 15 years, and I would want to see my baby puppy and say, hey buddy, we got 15 years left. And then 15 years after that, I would do it all over again. The biggest trouble I have right now is knowing that I have such limited time to do all of this. I forget the most important part, which is not to worry about my future, but to make sure that I'm living in the moment and spending my time with the things I love.